Welcome back, everyone. We are going to be continuing on with our run, now approaching hopefully floor 150. So we are now on the water tile set, which means the boss we're going to be fighting is Leviathan, most likely. I'm just not sure if it's going to be the version with the incredibly long hallway that you have to make your way to on the other side, which shouldn't be too bad with the equipment that we have. Will still be annoying, but shouldn't be too bad. Or if this is going to be the version where he's just sitting in the middle of the room. Either which way, we should be fine. So here we have what? Drain book is nice. Gin saddle. What's this? A blind book. Alright, just while we're at it real quick, I want to see what else we have left. We have one more thing to do, and it is a dragon. I don't see a water dragon here. I think there is one, since there seems to be one for every type, which means we should get that dragon on this tile set. So let's look out for it. And like before, we most likely won't see dragons if they appear until floor 140-ish. Look at that, floor 102. I can't believe we're really going to do it. We are going to go through 500 floors. Angel robe. What are we at on those? 1, 2, 3. Protect. Flare. Poison. Oh, we're running low on slow books. I'm not sure if I want to hold on to that slow book. Explosive. You got a bunch of elixirs. Okay, food levels are good. Wow, we're really good on resources right now. Well, maybe we don't need it right now. We still have like 45 floors to go before the boss. Though I am curious on what comes out for traps. Well, I guess we're about to find out. Holy book, a shop trap. I don't think we need anything from the shop, because I can't find anything to sell really. But while we're here, we'll see if there's anything new. Same thing as before. We probably don't need the food. Okay, flare. We got a bunch of meteor books. That's going to be really good. I don't think we need all the poison books, but you can never really be sure. You might get more slow books. I think we're over the point where we need protect books. I'm trying to think of what other bosses that exist. We got the one guy that does all the blinding attacks. I'm pretty sure he's going to fight you. He hits really hard, but I don't know how hard he hits with my equipment though. Slow. Geez, the only other thing I can see I can get rid of are the sight books, the protect books, and the maybe the food. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's not get rid of anything. We're fine with what we have right now. We'll just use up our last 3 sight books. Okay, we got a monster house and a bunch of books. Okay. Alright, so we know where all the traps are. Let's just go ahead and advance everything. Okay, this room's not too big. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's just drain. And deal with the frog. Alright. Book slow. We want that. Dispel. Thunder. Poison. Poison. Thunder. I wonder what the RNG is for dealing with item spawns. Because it seems like it picks from the same item pool for the floor you're on. Okay, what is this? A saddle. What is that saddle? Folk saddle. So right now the goal is to find another Omega saddle with 7 nodes so I can turn it into a complete resistance saddle. Looks like we got another one. For argument's sake, we could check it out. There's a bunch of books. The good thing is this dungeon is just not scary anymore. So that's nice. He can multiply. I want to step on that trap. It's a blind trap. High ether. Dispel book. It's a blind trap, so we don't need to worry about that. Damascus saddle. Food. Huh. It's a lore trap. That's fine. Because I think, well, we don't wake up sleeping enemies, so we don't need to actually nuke them all right now. Because we could just do this. And they're down. Dispel, Blizzard, Gems, Heavy, X Potion. Suppose we give it to Phoenix, get the HP to full. Okay, we can go this way. No, not this way. This way. Might as well eat the food. Be at 200% for the next floor. But like I was saying, I want to have a complete resistance saddle. Be immune, or at least take half damage from everything. But I think there are 2 elements you can't get. Like, you can't be immune or resist the damage of non-elemental damage. So that's going to be things like Flare and Meteor. So you're always going to take 100% of that regardless. So you just kind of hope you're strong enough. Water saddle. I think we need a water saddle. We'll hold on to it. Chances are we're not going to keep the water saddle around if we need to pick something up. Okay. We'll just do this. I'm not sure if I want to do the same thing with the Talons, actually. I think the best version of Talons we're going to have are going to be what we're using. Simply because I don't think there's ever going to be a situation where we want to deal more damage to fire enemies, as opposed to just having my equipment set that I have right now. I mean, I still might do it. I might do it, actually. And that's simply because it's still really good to have, especially if you put more damage on it. I'm not sure what the rating is on the Rage Talons, that brand. I don't know if it's like a +5 damage or something like that. Would be really nice to know what it actually increases your attack. But more damage is never a bad thing. I will always take more damage. Same with the regen. If I have an ability that gives me passive HP regeneration, I'm going to always take that. Anything that increases your rate of regen is always going to be something that I'm going to pick. Because I am naturally a defensive player if I have the option. Because if you're really good at defending, you can beat a lot of the really aggressive opponents. Especially if you can heal off more damage than what they do to you. And if you're halfway decent, then you can deal more damage as well. So I always want to make sure I have the ability to deal just enough damage, but a way to completely stop my opponent from dealing damage to me, which is the reason why I like the white mage class so much. It's because I have the ability to heal. And of course, in the Wii version of this game, you didn't have partners, so you were always by yourself, which meant that you had to, you had to heal. So I couldn't use a lot of the other classes that I wanted because you couldn't heal. Now I have a buddy that can heal me, so I can experiment a little bit more. And on the Wii, Dark Knight was almost unusable because you had to hurt yourself to deal damage to your opponent, which doesn't seem bad in theory, but when you have to do that to attack your opponent and you're not healing the way you're supposed to, it becomes a lot more tedious to do anything. Alright, so what's the boss? Ifrit still? Okay. I don't care enough to fight Ifrit right now. Come on, Phoenix. Oh, it's always so nice having a cup of ice cold water nearby. $307, huh? All right. Slow book. All right, so we did get one. Glad I held on to it. So it's 4 slow books and like 13 or 14 sloga books. Just right in the middle. But that's all right. We're gonna break out of this here as soon as possible. So we will go here, deal that damage. I'll take the money, sure. Couldn't carry elixir? Sure about that game? I'm pretty sure I can carry that elixir. See, there we go. Oh, there's another enemy in here. What are those talons? Water talons. Alright, let's step on some traps. No poison. What's this one? Blizzard. That's fine. Picked up all possible meteor books. Another elixir. Wow, the game is... Alright, so what do we mind not having? We'll keep the food. We don't have to use it right now. I would really like to have another set of meteor books. Okay, this here is when it starts getting hard. Alright, Phoenix Magicite lets me use Phoenix's ability. So it fully restores all my HP and cast rays on me, which means I don't have to have Phoenix Downs. But I want to have Phoenix Downs. Always keep teleport wings because you don't want to lose everything you have. So, okay, we got some choices to make. So the elixir restores everything, so we might not need to keep around a dry ether, right? All right, let's be smart about this. Let's go ahead and cast Phoenix first, because I'd rather not waste resources. So we give Phoenix the dry ether, and we pick up the elixir. All right, so the thing now is the meteor book. 9, 18. We can have 20 meteor books, which means we can pretty much nuke any boss we want with Scholar. So that said, we should probably put down. We got to put down something. I'm really thinking the Protect book. Alright, I thought I was over it. So we will exchange it with... because I really don't want to give up to Protect book. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to put down the basic food, take the meteor, and eat the food. I feel like that's a waste, but... sleep. Turbo ether. And I think we already checked to see what that book was, right? Oh, it's a poison trap. Silence book. We don't care about that. So we picked up the 2 elixirs and the meteor book. And we'll just go ahead and end the floor. It would be really nice if you could send items to storage. Like on the Chocobo's dungeon for the PlayStation. Both of them, I believe. I don't remember the first one, but I remember on the second one for sure. You could pick up an item called Chip's Whistle, I think it was. It summoned Chip, and he allowed you to take an item from your inventory. And you also had an item that allowed you to put items back into your inventory. So if you were bloated during a dungeon, you didn't have to act or feel like you had to stay there with every single item that you had. So it's kind of bad to see that this game here didn't do any of that. Okay, let's do this. Okay, take those 2 out. That's 3, and this should be 5. Okay, he's down, he's down. Okay, so what's dropping actually? That's the first time I've seen that attack. Okay, Phoenix is not appreciating that. Oh, sorry, I'm pretty sure an explosion dropped somewhere. No. There it is. Alright, let's get out of here. Jeez, the floor blends in with the tile set. That's alright, so we should look at the map for bomb shards. I was gonna give it a ring and see. Okay, yeah, we would not have found that. We will leave the monster house alone. What's that? Sight book 3. I mean, I can't carry anything else. I would love to have the sight books around. It would have been nice if that was a boss. I just want to see if they change at all. Because so far it's just been Ifrit and Bahamut. Well, no, there was the floating head guy, I suppose. What's his name? Rama? Yeah, Rama. And I don't think we've seen Shiva yet. Rage of Zeus might be beneficial to have against Leviathan, but we've got a lot of damage elsewhere, so we shouldn't need it. Poison book. I really don't think we need 18 poison books. Though if that's the case, we might actually start liquidating some of the max potions and turbo ethers and just hold on to the elixirs. Because that's really a lot of healing items that we can also buy again, because we don't technically need them right now, and we could be collecting other things that might be beneficial to us, like sight books, more damage dealing books. Alright, yeah, we got a shop. That's what we're gonna do. Guess we don't have a shop. Well, we'll go ahead and recover our SP while we're here. Would be really nice to have a shop, actually. I would like to sell some of these potions. Echo drops. We'll go ahead and eat those. Or drink it, I suppose. Folk saddle. I wonder if the game will let us buy elixirs in here. 'Cause I really don't want to give Chip 100k just to buy some elixirs. I suppose if you have to have it, then yeah, because you typically can't buy elixirs in any other Final Fantasy game. This might be the only one I think it lets you. Like, you can farm them from enemies, and I suppose that gets really easy to do. Okay. What, 100,000 gil for an elixir? Okay, what's this? This is a collar. A shrinking drink. We don't want anything to do with that, and a shop trap. Alright, so we will just liquidate some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, so we have 3 and 3, and we've got a lot of elixirs, so that's fine. And we don't have to get rid of some of our other books. So that means we can pick up 7 more things. Ideally, we find some sight books. Really don't want to sell these, but we've got elixirs. We can buy them from shops too, so we just give ourselves some breathing room. Maybe we could pick up more useful things. So now I wouldn't mind having more flare books and sight books. So those are going to be the things we're going to keep an eye out for. Of course, we want more damaging drinks and explosive drinks, which we haven't been able to find for a while now. Confused book, we'll just bring it with us. Why not? Serpent scale, and it was just right here. Didn't mean to pick that up, but oh well. Actually, he might drop something. Money. What's our money situation looking like, actually? I feel like we should probably have just over 200,000 gil. Oh, no, we don't. I was nowhere near that. Alright, we're approaching 30k gil. Yeah, the enemies are getting more health. Okay, that's the room I was going to anyway. But I didn't know we were going to have to go all the way around, essentially. Oh, we'll take the potion, a high ether. We don't want that. Okay, and enemies are definitely getting stronger. What's the book? A sloga book. We'll take it. Sight book. There we go. Did not mean to step on that. That's alright, we'll walk in place, get our SP back. I really wish I had an SP collar though, so we could take a little bit of stress off the hunger. More sight books, awesome. Where's the sight book? There it is. Actually, we're not gonna do that. We've got sight books, we'll just use those. Alright. Got our new tile set. Use the sight book. Jeez, it's on the other side of the map. Expanding drink. We don't need it, but we'll take the 5 hunger. That's a book. We don't wake anything else, so we might as well look. Slow book. Oh yeah, we are definitely doing this. And the dual traps are definitely low maintenance right now. It doesn't really look like anything there can kill us. I didn't mean to use search. Oh well, where are we at? Okay, we should recover a little bit of SP by the time we get back there. Turbo ether. We'll take it. I wish there was like an option to auto eat whatever's on the floor, or like a button you can press that lets you eat or drink any food item on the floor, so you don't have to go to the menu to do it. All right, we got one of these floors again. I don't think I want to stay here too long though. Stairs are just right there. Torpedo? That's not the name of the bombs, is it? Torpedo use blaze. Yeah, it's the name of the bombs. A meteor book. I like meteor books. Oh, there's a half HP. What's that? X potion. Alrighty then. Because we're not taking any risk with this floor, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Jesus, is nothing but bombs. Oh my god, we missed. What is that we're attacking? A frog? Why's he got so much health? Please don't blow up. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and reveal the floor and look around, I suppose. There's some good stuff here. Explosive drink. Really don't want to carry around too many explosive drinks, but we need them. And since they started to spawn here, they might actually be lying around. Oh my god, we missed. Explosion. Explosive drink. We're good on food. Don't need the high ether, so we'll just drink that. Jin's talons. And as per rules, we're not passing up elixirs. That's just a really dumb idea. What's that? Okay, it's a bomb. We want to hurry and get out of here, I suppose. Okay, we got something else approaching. A sleep book. So, I mean, we're good on sleep books. We don't need any more. And it's just an X potion. Alright. That floor took a lot longer than I cared to stay on, but we picked up 2 explosive drinks, an elixir, and I think we finished off another book, which is what we wanted. And now we are on our way to fighting dragons. If we ever come to an overabundance of damaging drinks, I think we might replace the explosive drinks with those. For the just in case an enemy gets too close to us, we don't risk blowing ourselves up as well and losing half our health. Because that's still an easy way to die, is losing half your health because you kick potions at somebody. At least with the damaging drinks, we don't have to risk that. An antidote. 1 ground. Use. Okay, we just have to go straight down. Okay, so we're approaching 35 minutes, and we are on floor 139. Okay. I wish I had more damage. I am incredibly powerful, but I wish I was like Final Fantasy powerful, where you could just hit enemies for 9,999 damage. A dark book. Don't care. Where are we going? Oh, we can't even get down there that way. All right. Hopefully we start getting some dragons soon. Slow book. Alright, so that's everything we could pick up. So we have 9, 18, 26 books that can put slow on an opponent. Rage of Zeus. Alright, let's see who we got here. I'm still not worried about being wiped yet, so we will come to these whenever we have the chance to. Alright, so we got Shiva. We are actually done with Shiva, so we don't need to fight Shiva. I mean, Phoenix is still probably going to fight Shiva, but I don't have to. Actually, having Shiva puts everything to sleep and removes buffs on him, right? Can that be relevant? Let's fight Shiva first. I want to make sure. Because because there is one of these where they have an ability that removes any buffs the opponent has on them. And removing the buffs on somebody like Omega, for example, will be really good. Okay, so we can approach Shiva. We will poison her. We're not worried about her damage or her DPS. Okay, I don't think she's slowed anymore. Oh, we've got a bunch of slogan books. I didn't know we picked up another one. She's still poisoned though. Yes. Okay. Now she is in crisis. Phoenix is actually going to do really well against her damage, so I don't have to worry about Phoenix. And I'm pretty sure this isn't going to do more than like 200 damage to me, but I don't want to risk it. Alright. So Shiva's down. Wait, can't we just... and puts them to sleep. Okay, I thought Shiva did the one that removed the buff. So which one is it? The floating head just gives Chocobo Mana Ward or shield, or whichever one prevents physical damage, I think. It might be Alexander, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, well, we'll keep it in mind. If it is Alexander that does that, then that's the one we're going to want to keep around. But since we're going to have to fight Alexander, we'll just have to make room for it. Which shouldn't be a problem, because I almost assume that we're going to be using items during the fight. Okay, we've got 3 more sight books. We should probably slow down on them. Okay, no dragons yet. But they probably won't start showing up until the last 5 floors. We'll eat the food. We are doing really good on food. We might not even have to carry around as much of it as we are, considering we're getting enough. Okay, we don't have to go through the monster house, which is good. And I think on the next 100 floors, we might switch to Alpha. Oh, here we go. Mist Dragon. You can now bring Mist Dragon along with you as a buddy. Oh, so all you have to do is beat it? It doesn't drop buddy points. Alright, well, there he is. Mist Dragon. Weakness is lightning. Resist fire. Special is dragon, and he's flying. Alrighty then. So that's all monsters accounted for. Alright. So all we have left now are the extras, and we have to figure out how we're going to fight these guys, because I don't know what spawns them. They're probably going to make me go back and do all the challenge dungeons again. And I don't know if I can be bothered to do that, but I got to do it to 100% the game. Alright. It's going to suck we got to fight Omega like 4 more times at most. Oh, sure. Step on all the traps. I see them on the map, and I stepped on them anyway. Echo drops. Don't need them or the food. Awesome. So we're just gonna fight Leviathan. Might actually do a couple more floors after that. Other side of the map. Awesome. So we should be able to recover all of our SP by the time we get there, which is great. We're going to take the trip, actually. Do I want to take the trip? No. I want to see if there's anything else that appears that we can get buddy points from. It's just Shiva again. Alright. Let's go, Phoenix. Like the range that these enemies have, nope, it's still 3 range. Wow. Okay. That's right, you can go ahead and recover your little bit of 360 health. Wow, I almost made a beat a woman joke right there. Where you gotta watch what you say because people get offended by everything for no reason. Like, that's the one thing I don't understand. How did a generation raised on South Park and Family Guy become offended by everything? I don't understand that. You know what? Do we have a water saddle? No. I want to see if there's one lying around somewhere. Because if we do have a water saddle, we can throw that brand on our saddle and it will help us out greatly. Because we technically have 2 brands lying around that aren't doing anything. Well, no, not 2, 1. Alright, let's kill some water dragons. They might drop one. Turbo ether, don't need it. I mean, I'm not worried about it. I don't think I need to have it, but the fact that there are technically 2 possible tile sets for Leviathan really bothers me. Actually, we'll just go ahead and give that to Phoenix. I mean, there's no reason to go over there. We know we're not going to fight anything differently, so we'll just do this. But if I happen to find a water saddle, I wouldn't mind throwing the brand on my Omega saddle, because I have 1 more I can put on. So, since the game is being very generous with the mechanic shop that drops every now and then, it might be worth it to look for saddles that we might be able to benefit from. Because on my talons right now, I'm pretty sure I don't need whatever brand for like get enemies drop more gil. Might not need that. Okay. Mounted drain book. Do we want more drain? I mean, we're really hoarding stuff right now. Oh, we don't need the confused book. I will always take drain. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is a potion. Assault scissors. The dragons aren't dropping anything. Alright. So It doesn't look like it's possible to find a water saddle. It's a heavy saddle, not a water saddle. We'll get the food. Because if I could pick up a water saddle, and that right there takes us to a mechanic. Wow, I said it again. A blacksmith. Then we might be able to put that brand on our saddle just to reduce the damage. Because the next floor is going to be the one we fight the boss on, so we have to do it on this floor if we want to do it at all. And there's no way to tell whether or not it's going to take you to a shop, a blacksmith, or a boss. Well, you know what? It is what it is. We've been doing good on bosses so far, but I know Leviathan and Alexander are going to be rough, and I don't want to be underprepared for those. Alright, boss is on the other side of the floor, so let's just head over there. I want Phoenix to be as full as possible on health. Turbo Ether and an arrow book. Alright, he's just in the center, that's fine. We can't be stunned. He can knock us back full screen though, but we want to get as close as we possibly can. And let's poison him. Alright, there's the gathering power. And we get knocked back full screen. He's no longer slow. Oh no, we technically didn't need to worry about that. Problem is getting close to him like always without him assaulting you, but that's fine. So we will slow him down, poison him again, hope he doesn't restore his health because it removes all the debuffs, and just go to town on him. Poison book. Yeah, we just kick him. As you can see, we want to save all of our really big books, a lot of our tech for the later bosses, where it's really going to matter. We don't want to just burn them for Leviathan. Leviathan's easy. Okay. We can slow him down again. I'm gonna pop Phoenix simply because you never know. Poison. Tsunami. Okay. And he's down. Oh no, wrong button. I want to see what this is. And weakens their defenses. Can we power break bosses? I almost want to see if I can do that. But once again, we have nothing we want to bring with us. And we're probably not going to get more damage than what we're getting with poison books. So we're not going to worry about it. Alright, Leviathan down. Let's see what the next tile set is. Might be one of the mystery, like, puzzle tile sets. It is. Okay. And we're going down. Turbo ether. We'll recover everything by the time we get there. Oh, doesn't matter. Pit trap. Now I wish I had drunk the potion. What do we got? Blind drink and dragon bashers. Do we have any other dragon bosses that we can fight? I feel like dragon bashers are something we should probably keep around, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. Elemental bashers for sure. You kind of have to have those. Alright. A lot of slow books. So who was the next boss? The Skull Crusher, I think his name was. The one that when you beat it, it breaks into a bunch of parts, and then you gotta kill the parts. Oh my goodness, they're making us go this way, huh? Is the stairs right there? Yeah, it looks like it. No? Where are the stairs at? It could be possible that an enemy is on them. Right? Of course we miss. Okay, yeah, the enemy was on the stairs. Drain book, slow book. What was that? Amnesia. Didn't mean to do that. It's really hard to do the diagonal movements with this controller. All right then. I swear, the only thing that's probably going to get me killed in this dungeon are these traps, because I can't move the way that I want to move with this controller. I suppose I could be using the button that will let me move in directions, right? I could just do that. Okay, they're attacking Phoenix. Alright, well, I guess we're fighting. Oh no, I kind of want to drop a meteor now. What is that? Genbu? Oh, Genbu's the turtle. Okay. I don't want to deal with this. I swear, the enemies that just use their abilities and spam them, they just make fights last way too long. And the fights already are fairly short, but Jeez. Okay, just down. Silence drink. Like, we would still be on that floor right now fighting turtles. We can go this way. So those last two dragons I couldn't find, and the wind slime, I think you could only unlock them by coming this far in this dungeon. Okay. Shop trap. We'll see if we can liquidate something and then see if there's anything new we can buy. Okay, food, need the food. A lot of elixirs. A lot of drain books, a lot of flare. We got a lot of meteor, poison. So it looks like we're using about 3 on every boss. We might be able to liquidate that. The protect books, I haven't found any use for it yet, but I want to make sure I don't need them yet. And okay, we don't need the teleport wings. 3 angel robes. We've got a lot of defense, so that's good. And my hunger is what? It's fine. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and re-up. Let's go ahead and make it a even 200%. Potion, and the stairs are in the monster house again. This game just loves making me go out of my way to do these. Stone book. Oh, we'll just hold on to it for now, I suppose. Okay. Filling greens had rotted. That's the reason I wanted to keep everything else around. Oh well. As long as we're careful with what we've been eating. Fire book, shell book. Alright, we don't care about any of that. Sucks we lost some really good food. We'll just keep a lookout for a replacement. Ice saddle. I do need an ice saddle. We picked up something. It was a stone book, right? I'm just gonna bring this for it just in case there's absolutely nothing else we need from this dungeon. We can take an ice saddle with us. Because I don't know where else I can pick those up at. Sleepy greens. I think the Giga Bashers are only for the giant robots, and they aren't too bad to beat. Like, the only Bashers I can make justification for putting on some pair of talons are the elemental Bashers. Bolt saddle, slow book. All right, guess we're fighting. Let's get rid of this guy. More enemies. It's just time for a nuke. Turns out it was just the only way. Okay, what's the food? Get me off that floor. Dual trap. Alright, what's the trap? A boss we haven't fought yet. Just Shiva, that's fine. All right. I think we're just gonna go ahead and end it right here. We're just over an hour. And this is probably a good stopping point. Yeah, that's gonna be a good stopping point. So I hope you all enjoyed this so far. We've still got just over 330 floors left to go. It sounds really bad when you say it like that, but I hope you all have been enjoying it. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch my videos, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace.